I heard a story. There's this guy, he comes for prayer and he prays for long hours. And while he was there are many strange instructions that God gives him. All right? So he was wondering why God would be giving him this kind of instruction. Like he'll be praying and God will say, take the stone, take that stone, that piece of stone, and begin to declare on the stone as though you are declaring on the land. What strange instructions, huh? He came for prayer one day, and God now told him, kneel down and pray to me. So he went on his knees. As he was moving from standing posture to kneeling posture, somebody shot a gun. If that guy was standing, he would have died. Now, meanwhile, are you there? Meanwhile, the way God trained him for that golden day where he will need to survive by the voice of God was by asking him to do foolish things. Take the stone. And I know you are so majestic. You are so majestic that you cannot align with the foolishness that is in God. That's why you are where you are. Many of us come to church, but you cannot recognize his presence. You are like Jacob. It means that most of the things that God will be doing, you are not going to be ushered into it. Even if you are ushered into it, you cannot maximize it. You cannot trap it because you do not recognize it.
Welcome to the Gospel Bank. This channel is dedicated to our father, Apostle Aromo Sai.
Genesis chapter 28. Genesis chapter 28, beginning from verse 10. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went towards Haran, and he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took the stones of that place and put them for his pillows, and laid down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder was set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west and to the east, and to the north and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land. For I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. And Jacob awaked out of his sleep and said, surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not. And he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. The young man had manipulated himself into receiving a spiritual thing. The first implication of this spiritual thing that this young man had acquired, even though by manipulation, but he acquired it. He acquired it because it was him from the Lord, but the method and the means by which he got it, but that's not even the problem now. He acquired it. And as he was navigating with this spiritual thing that he had acquired, he thought that he was responsible for the journey that he was making. But the spirit that was the guardian of the covenant that he had acquired navigated him to a location, a spot where his grandfather had raised an altar to God and opened a website of the spirit. There was notable activity that was trapped in that location on the account of what his grandfather did. Now, this guy had not yet accepted the God of his grandfather. He was still a rolling stone. He was still a reggae rag. But he could not escape the implication of the things that his grandfather had done. And so when he came to this location, God waited for him to shut down in sleep. Unfortunately for him, in deciding how to sleep, he even felt the need to have a pillow that night. And it was one of the stones that his grandfather used to set up the altar many years ago. That was a preferred option of a stone to use. When his physical eyes were shut, his spiritual eyes were opened in a dream, and he saw the same location. That doesn't happen very often. But I need to ask you a question. Have you seen your family from the lens of the Spirit? Do you know your family by revelations? Do you know the location, your neighborhood, by insight, by revelation? You only know that the number is 1742, and that's all you know. But you see, for this man, he had gone beyond the natural perspective. His eyes were open to see the location from the realm of the Spirit, and I don't have time to discuss what he saw. But after the encounter he had, this was his commentary. And Jacob awaked out of his sleep and said, surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not. So the first problem of this man, the first problem is an inability to recognize the presence of God. You must be able to first recognize the presence of God. What can make a man that has been craving pounded yam for 1 week,